Did I click record? Okay, yeah.
What is up, all my amazing children out there? This is JoeMama, truly, the disc golfing, video gaming YouTuber. Thank you for all the support you gave me on the last video. It was my first instructional disc golf video. I'll link it up above in one of these corners. I don't know which one. But it got a lot of views. It's reaching 2,000. And for disc golf, for one of my first disc golf videos, I've been putting out video game videos forever. But disc golf videos, it's really cool. This is something that I love, is being loved by you guys. I'm the only gaming disc golfing YouTuber I know on YouTube. So if you dig video games and some disc golf and you want to put those together, hell, hit that red subscribe button. If I get demonetized because I said hell, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But today we are doing an in the bag with JoeMama, truly. See, I promise. JoeMama, what did I tell you? I'm serious about this. So I throw primarily Innova. I'm under a partial sponsorship with Innova. It's a team sponsorship with my club. I'm shooting for an individual sponsorship soon, and hopefully it'll happen this April when I go to Nationals in South Carolina. That'll be a blast. But I throw primarily Innova. I have a few mixed discs in here because I feel like they're really good discs that you guys should know about. Before we get started, pardon the bleak background. I don't have an area set up yet. I have discs all over my wall. I'm in my college dorm, by the way. But this is the only open spot. So this is college right here. This is the definition of college. So we're going to start with our handy dandy mid-ranges. Probably some of the most versatile discs that you can have in your bag, and maybe arguably the most important. So my bag is tailored to the course I have on campus here because I play it the most frequently. Usually when I go out there, I only bring like 4 discs though. That's one of the ways I play is when I get new discs, I just go out and play with those discs, learn every single throwing technique with them, every single angle, line, and master them, and then I can decide whether I want them in my bag or not. So, ironically, the first disc I'm about to show you is not Innova. It is the Compass, Latitude 64 Compass. So I have a thing. See those stars? So every single time I chain out for an ace, I put a star on a disc. Make it a thing. Start doing it. I have the worst luck when it comes to aces. I have like 7 and I've been playing for, I don't know, 11 years now. But the Compass, really beating compasses, go straight as an arrow. Never fade, never do anything. And sometimes if you put enough on them, flip over to the right on a backhand. Sidearm, it's the same concept. But remember, when it comes to mid-ranges, when you flick or sidearm, forearm, one of the, whatever you call it, whenever you do that, the more unstable they are, the higher of a chance it's just going to die. Absolutely turn over into the dirt. So Compass is not really a good disc for flicking, but for backhands, like tunnel shots, gorgeous. Alright, now let's get cracking to some Innova, huh? Okay, so, Gator. One of the most reliable discs you can ever have in your bag. I have recently beat this in. It's finally crossed that plane to where it's like from super overstable. Like new Gators, you unleash it. This is a max weight, not max weight, 175. I believe they come in 180. Maybe, they might not. But it's 175, so they don't get that much distance, at least Metal Flake doesn't. And they keep that line, and they're really overstable, so they always hook hard left, which is really good for, lines that you want like that. And it skips a lot. Metal Flake skips a lot. So you can really make some nasty plays skipping off of hyzers with this, and I love it. The next disc we have is the Mako 3. Now this is like a must-have in your bag. This is a 180. This is max weight 180. Throw pink because I support the fight against breast cancer. I'm a great guy. Subscribe. Just kidding. Do not. Why would I plug myself after talking about cancer? Anyways, backhand, really good. Phenomenal. It flips over. It's a kind of a beginner disc. The Mako 3 is a faster. So the 3 on any end of a disc just means, hey, it goes faster than the normal one. So it flips over a tad bit. G-Star does. This is G-Star. G-Star flips like mad. But I love it. As you're about to see, I have a lot of G-Star in my bag. So a little bit of backhand, throw it on a hyzer, flips out straight. To me, it's easier to throw hyzer more consistently than it is to throw flat. Because if you want to throw straight flat, there's a higher chance of you throwing a little like this or a little like this. But you know, if you throw, you know how to throw a hyzer. Like, it's just natural. It's not natural to have your hand flat, but it is for a hyzer. So I throw this a lot for tunnel shots on a hyzer and it flips straight. So the last mid-ranges I have in my bag currently are the rock 3s. I don't bag a rock right now because the Mako kind of takes that spot. So there's no need for the rock in my eyes. I also have a putter that I'm going to talk about later. But the rock 3s, I have a max weight 180 and then a 176. Now the 180 is super beefy. What I do is I throw in a hyzer and I throw a flippy disc. So the rock 3 is flippy because rock 3 176, may I add, not max weight 176. So we talked about the mid-ranges and how they're maybe the most important group of discs in your bag. Now we're going to move on to the fairways. I have a fudge ton of fairways. I'm currently trying 2 new fairways in my bag. The Champion TL Plus mold, I saw it at a tournament that I got to. I won it. I had some player money. I'm like, I'm gonna try this out, and it's pretty lit. I love it. It has a lot of glide on it, and it doesn't like to flip over. It's very overstable. No, not overstable, but it's between overstable and stable. So it gets a little bit of flip, a little bit if you throw it on a hyzer just to straighten it out, just to have it go a little bit straight. And then I have the Star Eagle. Now the Eagles are one of my favorite discs. Not my favorite, one of my favorite. So the Star Eagle is a fairway, but I could probably throw up 400 on a hyzer flip. So this isn't beat in yet, so I can't do it yet. Okay, so before we move on to the next disc, the next one is an Eagle, a Champion Eagle, and this is a Star Eagle. Now the Star Eagle flips a lot. So it's like, this is 170, no, this is 168. Yeah, it's gonna flip a F ton. This is a 175 Champion Eagle. These discs are so good. Please get one. They're really overstable. When you beat them in though, they become a little less overstable and glide a lot before they fade in. And probably a consistent, like, you can probably throw 320 with it, like, easily. Not a lot of power. Love them. Next I have is 167 T-Bird. Love the T-Bird. It's a champion, so you can bomb on it and it's gonna flip, but it's never gonna flip to the point where it dies. So my 167 T-Bird is relatively beat in. If I throw it on a hyzer flip, max drive, it'll come out like this, it'll go like this, and like this, but it'll come back. So it's gonna hook down to the ground, but it's gonna come back up. So I really love it, probably for about 330 feet. This is a disc I'm fighting with right now. It's beautiful, that's why it's in my bag. It is a Champion Thunderbird. It's a tie-dye max. Max weight 175. It's just so overstable. I don't know what to do with it. I have so many overstable discs in my bag. I don't need it, but it's gorgeous. And then my last 2 fairways are the Leopard 3s. So I have a Champion Leopard 3 and a Star Leopard 3. Star Leopard 3, I've had this one for a few years now. It is beaten, and when it's cold, it dies. It's a very bad disc in the cold. Star Leopard 3 beaten, not good in the cold. This is a 168 too, so that's probably a reason why. 175, Star Leopard 3 sounds like butter right now, but I live in Wisconsin. It gets cold. I cannot throw this because if I throw it on a hyzer flip, it's just gonna die. So it's a very touchy disc. I can throw it out here, but it doesn't get very far because you have to put very little power on it because it's gonna go like boop and then boop. So now this Leopard 3 is new. I got this maybe a few months ago. It is way more beefy. It doesn't turn over as much, but it does if you want it to. Once it gets beaten in, it will do that. So if you like a very consistent fairway driver, that's probably gonna get you about 300. I'd say Leopard 3, and it's a very good beginner disc. Last but not least, the drivers. We're just gonna machine gun through this because this video is getting long. I don't want to keep you here too long. You have other things to do, like go throw plastic. So, max weight Destroyer, Star Destroyer. So overstable. It's almost like a goddamn Nuke OS. Like, this thing like hooks up and just dies. So it's really consistent, skips a lot, and it's a beautiful disc. Now the Shrikes. Like I said earlier, I like G-Star Plastic because I love hyzer flipping. So, G-Star Shrike and a Star Shrike. Star Strike doesn't flip near as much. In the cold, yes, because that's just star plastic. But when it's not cold, this disc, it's max weight, yeah. Both of these, no, the G Star is 170 and the Star is 175. So the max weight likes to go. Okay, so if you guys are flip this disc from here to here, it's beautiful. If it crosses anything past that plane, it's dead. It's a bad disc for that. So it's very touchy. You have to learn it. You have to love it. You have to worship it to get it to work for you. Next disc is the G Star Turn. You can just get phenomenal distance with this. Hyzer flip way up in the left. It'll come around right and then end up in the middle of the fairway. Just carving those fairways, bro. Carving them. To my favorite disc that I own in my bag, G Star Boss and the Star Boss bottom stamp. Sexy as hell, I know. Don't need to tell me. So this is a 168 and this is a 173. The G Star Boss, once you beat it in, will be your favorite disc you've ever owned. I promise you. I swear. So you're used to bosses being super overstable, right? This G Star Boss flips, Hyzer flips, never dies, never eats the dirt, never overflips. Average of like, I don't know, 430 feet. It's a G Star Boss, and it does that. It's awesome. I love it. I cannot tell you how many times I've almost lost this. And the stars on it, it just, numbers show it's up. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love it. And then the Star Boss, I'm starting to beat it in. I love it though. It skips so reliably. It goes everywhere that you want it to. And I don't know what it is about this star plastic on this disc, because molds are kind of unpredictable, the plastic types are. But oh my gosh, no matter how wet it is, it sticks in my hand. And then the last driver I have in my bag is the Katana. A metal flake Katana. A 168 metal flake Katana. You're like, JoeMama, what the hell do you do with that disc? This is unlike no Katana ever made. So you can crush this on a Hyzer, like a Hyzer, just straight. And usually Katanas flip over. You know what a Katana is. It doesn't. It goes like that. It just Hyzers into the ground. So I learned that if it still has the speed of a Katana though. So if I do an Hyzer, this thing cruises. You throw this metal flake 168 Katana on an Hyzer, it's disgusting. It's relatively flat. It's not that much of a bubble. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, that's that. And then the last thing in my bag are my putters. The MVP Adams Electron Plastic. You're like, JoeMama, what are you doing? Why are you not throwing AVRs? Why are you not throwing anything but MVP? These discs, I use this one for a roller. Please invest in one of these for a roller. It's so consistent. Ask everyone that knows me, and they know I'm filthy with this disc. For putting, the Atom is super consistent. I put it on a little bit of Anheuser, and this thing flexes out. It's my favorite disc for jump putts. Yes, I am phasing over to the AVR, so I won't be throwing this much longer, okay? Stop hating. Stop, please. So thank you so much for watching this in the bag video with JoeMama. Truly, comment down below on what you throw, what you would suggest me throwing. All Innova, looking for an individual sponsorship. Let's go Innova. I'm waiting. No, I've got to do some more tournaments. I got more to prove. I'm throwing like a 940 right now, but I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there. So thank you so much. Once again, only video gamer and disc golfer YouTuber out there. Please prove me wrong. If you have any ideas, you want to work on some videos with me, DM me, bro. Slide in those DMs. And subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Do what your mama says. And have a fantastic day. And I'll see you in the next episode.